welcome to the new video. I know, that was very smooth, we know that. Glad you're here, I'm glad to see you and meet you in a way, like from distance, but we meet. Anyway, yeah, the sequence you just saw, me, Philip and Nadine shot this a few days ago. It was very cool to do, but the thing is, yeah, sadly, his tire got flat. We were not really able to get like more shots, so it was, yeah, we improvised a bit there. We all shot this in Handheld, and this is what we talk about. They just give off like a very organic, real vibe to your videos, and you really want that sometimes. Especially documentaries are using that technique a lot. It makes you feel part of that scene, which is very cool to do, especially when you have movement or like you want to really have like an unpolished aesthetic. It just makes like a huge impact. So yeah, first thing is like just try to improvise. That sounds very superficial, and I know you're like, what? Yeah, I mean, of course you have to improvise. But yeah, hear me out. I just remember when I did my exchange in Seoul, Korea, we had this film project in university. We always had to do dolly shots. So dolly shots are like when you just move with something, like especially like a dolly, can help of course, or like something which gives you movement and you just go straight in front of it. Yeah, this is dolly shot basically. So we didn't have a dolly, of course, so we had to improvise a lot. So we used our surroundings and our items, what we had. Especially when we used a shopping cart. Don't ask me how we were able to get this. But yeah, it was very fun, and we also used like a chair, like what I'm sitting right now. If you don't have any items with you or anything, what helps is like the ground. It sounds very simple, but yeah. I also like to use a top handle. You can get these things like for like 30 bucks or something. Go get it. It helps you get like very cool shots. Sometimes it's just more comfortable to film with. So a very obvious tip is to shoot in slow motion. Yeah, we all, I think, did it at one point. Slow motion is so much going on the internet, and I mean it looks good. There's a reason there's like so many slow motion shots, especially when you do corporate stuff. It can be like very easy when you have like no gimbal and just learn to shoot handheld, and slow motion always works very well. The thing is, you can just like slow down your footage in post-production. What you like to do is like shoot at 50 frames per second or 60 frames per second and double the shutter then. Yeah, this helps to get like a lot of shakes out, of course. But I feel like sometimes 60 FPS or 50 FPS, they're good, of course. They're there for a reason, as I said, but sometimes you just want to have like the real emotions. And how you get that? If you have the real-time footage. What I want to say with that, if you film with 24, 25 FPS, depends where you're from, US or Europe. Anyway, I'm from Europe. Yeah, random fact by the way. Combining that with handheld shots can be very powerful and have like a huge impact into your story. But yeah, don't be too crazy with shakes, of course. If it's too shaky, you don't barely want to use that footage anyway. So there's like a thin line, I guess, in a way, and which you shouldn't like cross. You can do it, like, of course, just do it. You can like get experimental. If you want to get it shaky, do it very shaky, bro or sister. I know. I have no idea if I have like more male or female audience. I have no idea. Doesn't matter. You're great how you are. Another tip is to shoot wide. So there's a difference if you shoot with, for example, 18mm or like 35mm. And the thing is just like if you shoot wide, you notice the shakes less in a way. If you have like a very zoomed picture, you notice shakes very, very easily. What I like to use is like my lens, which is the Sigma 18 to 35mm. It's very great. I barely use another lens. It's just it's a good mix of wide angle and kind of portrait shot. So yeah, if you shoot handheld, go for 24mm or something like this, or wide angle-ish. But also it's like very nice as well. It's like when you do tracking shots, there's like in handheld you get like dynamic, if it's not too shaky of course. If you have a moving subject or object in front of you, it just makes it more dynamic. A more practical tip is like just walk carefully. It's like called the ninja walk in a way in the film. So yeah, just use some proper footwork there. Like just take care if you step down with your feet, like very slowly, just try to balance the weight, calculate your shots, or like know what you want to shoot. If you don't know what you're gonna shoot, you sometimes can like get stressed and easily distracted, and sometimes there's an extra step. So be prepared for that. If you're like walking very slowly, of course, just walk the same axis, like just to like know where you are, and it just makes it more easy to prevent shakes then. Of course there's a little shake, but we want that, so that's good. Also, if you like have a like heavier camera, it helps to balance the weight a little bit as well. So I used my Blackmagic 6K with the lens I just talked about, and it's very heavy, not gonna lie. I also have some rods there and like an extra battery and some top handle. It reduces the shakes a lot, but not all the time, of course. If I still like step hard on the ground, like not carefully, you still notice the shakes, of course. Use your body as a tripod. That sounds very weird and kind of tense in a way. I don't know. Very logical tip, I think. If you just lean against the wall or something and film, it gives you more stability and less exhaustion for you, which can be like very good, because when you film handheld, boy, it can be heavy, not gonna lie, especially when you have a heavier camera, because you want to like, reduce the shakes, and yeah, combined with that can be very physically exhausting. Yeah, handheld is a great opportunity to get like real authentic shots. And sometimes you just won't give that vibe. Sometimes you can get crazy, you can get creative, and sometimes you just want to lean against the wall and just want to be with your camera in a way, very close. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice change. Sometimes you see a lot of stuff going on with slow motion, and sometimes, yeah, everything has to be smooth, and sometimes like a little bit of imperfection makes it perfect. Thank you very much for watching until now. I really appreciate this. If you want, subscribe, or like leave a like, or leave a comment. Tell me how you think it is. I'm glad you were like visiting me here and like be part of this. You feel the connection. I feel the connection between us. Do you feel the connection now? Anyway, I try to upload more regularly. Right now it's a little bit tricky because a lot of going on in my life right now, but I try to do it, and there's still stuff going on. Be patient, there's a lot of great stuff coming. And yeah, anyway, I hope you liked it, and hopefully see you again. Bye bye.